Welcome to high school basketball here on WBDC. The Southridge Raiders and the Northeast Dubois Jeeps taking a look at the starting lineups tonight. First for the Jeeps, Nick Leakin, 5'11", and a senior. Colby Piper, a 6'3" junior. Ty Cobb, a 5'9" sophomore. Ty Riker, a 6-foot senior. And Logan Maringer, a 6'4" senior. Terry Friedman is the head coach of the Northeast Dubois Jeeps, assisted by Seth Motteis, Travis Schering, and Cody Ziegler. The Raiders of Southridge will go this way. Caleb Wibbler, 6'3" and a senior. Cameron Gasser, 5'11" and a senior. Also in the lineup for the Raiders tonight will be Sam Summersheim, a 6'3" senior. Carter Whitehead, a 5'11" junior. And Colson Montgomery, a 6'4" senior. Mark Rohr in his third season at the helm of the Raiders, assisted by Jeff Tooley, Craig Pope, Mike Hopkins, the junior varsity coach, and Aubrey Block is the head athletic trainer of the Southridge Raiders. Basketball galore out here. Had the boys freshmen against Forest Park at 9:30. Had the girls who were victorious against Tell City at noon. Then the freshmen back with Dubois boys, JV, and now the varsity game. So a lot of hoop here in Huntingburg Memorial, which that's the way it should be, I guess.
Yeah, just unfortunate that we can't have fans here for this, but no, it's good to get the guys out and let them play some basketball today.
Well, the Jeeps will wear their royal blue uniforms. The Raiders in their home white, supplied by Adidas and EI Sports. Montgomery and Maringer will jump it up at the center stripe, and we are ready to go here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym, and the tip is up and controlled by the Raiders. Gasser will have it for Southridge as he brings it into the backcourt against this Northeast Dubois defense. Montgomery out near the timeline with it. He dribbles it right side, hands it back to Gasser. Gasser looks into the post, goes deep left to Wibbler, down low out to Summersheim. Whitehead glides into the lane. His runner no good, and it's rebounded by the Jeeps. Leakin quickly up the floor for Northeast Dubois. Gets it to Cobb, across the way to Piper. Now Maringer will pop that outside shot if you give him some space. Now Leakin on the right wing against Whitehead. Drives him right baseline. Shovels cross lane and a travel, and it'll go back to Southridge.
First turnover of the night for Southridge. Credit that defense that likes to suffocate and get after the basketball.
So the Raiders again beat Tecumseh last night, 62-41. Here comes Montgomery into the backcourt for the Raiders. Hands it back to Gasser. Right-handed dribble to a back-cutting Montgomery. Goes in for the layup and hits it.
Real nice find by Cam to Colson. Colson goes up strong, knocks down the layup.
2-0 Raiders on the RG Mechanical scoreboard, just underway. Leakin with it on the right wing. They throw it out to Maringer. He returns the ball left side to Ty Cobb. He comes off a screen, goes down the lane to Leakin into the paint. His short jumper around the rim and in.
Ties it up 2-2.
Leakin, good short jumper. And we are deadlocked here with 6:37 to go in the opening period from Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Gasser, point wing, deep left in front of us to Whitehead, out to Gasser. Gets the screen from Summersheim, takes it outside of the arc right side. Now to Montgomery near the right baseline. He takes right baseline, no whistle. And a foul on the floor. One of those deals where, like Tecumseh last night, it's tough to get in front of Colson Montgomery.
Yeah, he's got a quick first step. Baseline drive there, and he was going to go up strong, but they fouled him first.
Montgomery to inbound, gets it into Summersheim. It goes through his hands, and Jeeps have it. Good outlet pass up to Colby Piper, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice find by Piper. He takes the lead for the Jeeps, 4-2.
Jeeps very good on that turnover. Got their hands on the basketball and brought it right up over the defense for the layup to Piper. Wibbler out to Gasser. Baseline Summersheim takes it up strong. Blocked from behind by the Jeeps, and Northeast Dubois has it. Maringer up the left side. Gets it back to Riker. Out deep. Cobb throws it to Leakin near the right wing. Front of the Raider bench, guarded by Gasser. Comes off a screen by Maringer, and he got the roll. Nick Leakin.
It's his fourth point of the night. Dubois extends their lead 6-2. 5:38 left in the first.
So Montgomery walks it up, takes it up the right side. Jeeps +4 here early. Whitehead right side. Looks into the post for Summersheim. Skips it in the right corner to Gasser. He's back left side to Whitehead. Open three in the air, good.
Drilled it. Carter Whitehead, first three-pointer of the game.
Carter Whitehead gets the three. Southridge calls the timeouts at 30. Mark Rohr was not happy with that transition basket that they baseball passed over the head for that Piper layup. Raiders down 6-5 here on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. Raider basketball and high school basketball tonight brought to you by B&A Construction and Design. Any kind of construction project that you may have, you can give them a call at 683-4600. Our B&A Construction located on Highway 64 west of Huntingburg, right across from the 9th Green at Huntingburg Country Club. We're not there today, were you?
No, I was not there today. It's a little chilly to play some golf today.
Gosh, it's like I said, that tournament in Hawaii is going. I don't know if I should be mad that I'm not playing or happy that I get to watch those great players in such a great locale. Right. Anyway, 6-5, Jeeps up by a penny here with 5:16 to go in the first. They have the basketball. Maringer back of the basket, gives it back to Piper. He tries to back himself down right side, kicks it out to Leakin. He dives into the lane, gets cut off by the Raiders defensively. Now sends it back out to Cobb. We've got a whistle and a 3-second in the lane violation.
Good job by the Southridge defense. They forced the turnover. Again, want to pressure the ball, suffocate. Leakin had nowhere to go, and he's just in the lane holding the basketball.
Again, the Raiders played good defense last night in that 41-point performance that the Braves threw up. Whitehead was with the basketball. Goes out deep. Now to Whitehead. Now to Sermersheim. Wibbler. Right corner to Gasser. Into the corner to Whitehead. He drives left baseline, lays it up and in.
Real nice baseline drive by Carter Whitehead. He's got his 5th point of the night, and Southridge takes the lead 7-6 with 4:30 left in the first quarter.
So Leakin drives it the other way against Whitehead. Out deep to Riker, high left to Ty Cobb. Cobb with it, open jumper, left wing, clanks off the front of the rim, no good. Run down in the corner by the Jeeps. Cobb tries to throw it back to Riker and does. Riker out to Maringer. He'll set up shop.
Come get the ball. Set it up. You can't dribble. Now run it.
7-6. Jeeps with it. Maringer, top of the point. He'll fire the three, and it's good. That's in the scouting report.
It is. He'll pull up from about anywhere. 6'4", he's a shooter, and he drills it. Dubois takes the lead, 9-7.
Dante Miller will check in at the next stoppage of play for the Jeeps. Sermersheim out to Gasser. 3:39 to go in the first quarter. Montgomery out near the timeline. Skips it left to Gasser. He looks short corner to Sermersheim. Now he straddles the three-point line out to Wibbler. Now Gasser out in front of the Jeep bench. Lobs it up backdoor to Montgomery. Bad pass. Glanced off the backboard. And the Jeeps have it. They outlet up to Cobb. He goes in from the left side. Ty couldn't get the layup. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's back to Southridge.
Yeah, in that last offensive possession for Southridge, Gasser tried to lob one up to Colson and just wouldn't. The passage was off a little bit. Nice try, bad execution.
Yeah, Dante Miller does check into the lineup right now for the Jeeps. Northeast Dubois up 2-9-7 with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Gasser out to Wibbler. He'll dribble it left with a left-handed dribble. Terminates that bounce, goes to Gasser. His pass to the wing, batted out of bounds by Maringer. And the Raiders will get it side out on their end of the court.
You know, this zone that Dubois is playing, giving Southridge a little bit of trouble here. They're not used to seeing a zone or this type of zone.
Nykum in for Wibbler here. Well, the Raiders, again, they've had some trouble shooting from the outside early. That's without Montgomery in the lineup. They throw it to Sermersheim in the paint. He goes gliding through the paint, and he throws one up and hits it.
Real nice finish. Tied at 9. Just under 3 minutes left in the first.
Leakin brings it up the right side, gets loose at the free throw line to Riker. Now to Dante Miller. Miller out to Maringer. High right to Piper. Right elbow. Rising fire for Piper. No good. Rebounded by Montgomery. Had a ton of D rebounds last night. Colson down the left side. He goes left baseline. Lost control of the ball, but run down in the corner by Gasser to Whitehead. Into Sermersheim. Into the left corner to Montgomery. He drives left baseline. Big jump stop into the corner to Gasser. 3 in the air. Good.
Real nice ball movement. Colson found Gasser in the corner for 3. Southridge extends the lead, 12-9.
2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Terry Friedman shouts out a set play for his Jeeps. They go high post to Riker to Miller. Miller down right of the lane, goes up, got hammered. He'll be at the line to shoot twice. Miller with a nice ball dive into the lane. Foul will go against Sam Sermersheim. His first.
He did the first on Sam. team first as well. Dante Miller in the line for the Jeep shooting 2.
So Miller, first free throw is up and around the rim and in. So Dante will have another one. Gage Sheppers into the game for the Jeeps. Also, Peyton Betts will come in. 12-10, Raiders on top by 2. Another free throw for Dante Miller. This Jeep team, they always have great second halves of the season, as you heard Coach Mark Rohr talk about. Their first part of their schedule awfully tough. Then you throw in the choppiness of a COVID type of start for all these teams. Gasser out to Nykum. Nykum with the ball. Goes to Whitehead. Whitehead, right of lane, goes inside, throws it up, no good. Weak side rebound by Summersheim. Out to Montgomery at the point. Colson with it, guarded by Miller. Colson with it, looks around, throws it to Gasser, saved it from going out of bounds. Gasser beats his man defensively into the corner. Nykum, 3 in the air. This one rattles out, no good. Good rebounding position by Miller. Out fought Summersheim for the ball. Jeeps push up the right side. Leakin with it, goes out to Maringer. Into the corner to Sheppers. He goes with it to Miller. Ball loose on the floor. Raiders pick it up. They go with the outlet pass to Gasser. He goes in for the right side, missed it. Montgomery on the foul, and he got fouled and won. Gasser was lobbing for the foul while he missed the layup, but Montgomery there to pick up the garbage, if you will, and he'll have a and one opportunity with the Raiders up 3.
That's right. Credit Colson with the hustle. He's in the right place at the right time, fouled up Gasser's miss, and get rewarded with the basket and free throw.
Free throw in the air by Montgomery. He splashes it home. He has 5, had 27 last night against the Tecumseh Braves. Buck 21 to go in the first quarter, 15-11. Jeeps down by 4 with the ball. Leakin hands it back to Miller. Now to Peyton Betts. Betts tries to slice inside. Ball stripped away by Whitehead. He'll lead a 2-on-1 break. Whitehead all the way to the basket. Lays it up with a reverse and scores.
Real nice hesitation dribble by Carter to get to the hoop. Score. Southridge extends the lead, 17-11.
6-point advantage for the Raiders, under 1 to play. Jeeps on the other end. Sheppers nearly lost control of the basketball. Gets it to Betts, threw it through Dante Miller's hands, but Miller ran it down near the timeline. Gasser draped all over him. They go to Sheppers. He trips through the lane. Montgomery's got it on a fast break. Montgomery into the lane, explodes, got it, and won. No continuation, I guess.
You see it was on the floor.
So, again, he exploded by the defense, and the whistle will go against Dante Miller.
Yeah, Dante would pick up the foul, his first, team third. Southridge will have it in line out of bounds under their own basket.
So Gasser will trigger it in for the Raiders. Gets it into Summersheim. Summersheim hands it back to Colson. Thought about the NBA 3. Will back it out to Gasser. Into the quarter, Whitehead. Tees up a 3. This one glances off the back iron. No good. Long rebound to Dante Miller. Up the right side of Betts. Now out to Miller. Deep right point. Outside the arc. Goes out to Sheppers. He cuts through the lane. Little give and go. Sheppers missed the layup. Got his own rebound. Put it up. Shot blocked away by the Raiders. It goes out of bounds. Back to whom? Going to give it to the Jeeps.
Jeeps ball there. Gasser tried to save it to Southridge, just couldn't get it back in.
Wibbler back in for the Raiders. He will replace Gasser here with 15.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Raiders +6 at 17-11. Peyton Betts throws it out top to Riker back into the game. Now to Dante Miller in front of the Raider bench. Comes off the screen. Raiders switch that screen. Miller gets it back. He goes into the lane. Out to Peyton Betts. He will throw it to Leakin on the high left with 2 seconds. Leakin has to force one up. A bomb at the horn. No good. It almost looked like they didn't realize how much time was left.
Yeah, miscommunication there for the Jeeps' part. Southridge leads in the first quarter, 17-11.
Raiders on top on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We'll step aside. We'll have more high school basketball after this. Kurt Guxell, John Schneider back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Raiders lead by 6 here at the start of the second quarter. Again, for the Jeeps, they will have Piper on the floor with Riker, Peyton Betts, Maringer, and Nick Leakin. Nykum, Summersheim, Gasser, Montgomery, and Wibbler on the floor for the Raiders. Jeeps have the ball to begin the second quarter. Leakin, top of the point, right side to Peyton Betts. Betts guarded by Montgomery, now to Riker. Riker with the ball in triple threat position, puts it on the floor one time, goes to Betts. Raiders again locking down defensively in the half court. Now the Jeeps mishandle the ball. Summersheim picks it up. He'll go in for the left side, laid up, missed it, but Montgomery, a follow slam.
Yeah, credit
trailing
Colson,
the play.
Credit Colson with the hustle and right place, right time. He was able to dunk Summertime's miss.
19-11, Raiders up by 8 here. Right side, Betts goes to a cutting Piper inside, backs himself down, missed the shot. Good move, though. Ball loose on the floor, scramble for it. We've got a jump ball, and the Raiders get it. Boy, that's a lesson for everybody. Just trail the play. You never know if that layup's going to be missed or not. It rolled around the rim, and Montgomery just hammered it.
Yeah, that's right. Just hustle. Hustle. Play with passion, enthusiasm. Good things will happen. 19-11, 7:07 left in the second quarter. Southridge leads.
So Gasser has it out front for Southridge. Out to Wibbler, now Gasser. Bounces off the Wibbler on the deep right as they try to figure out this defense. Into the corner of Montgomery. Drives right baseline, maneuvers inside, lays it up and in.
Real nice big baseline take by Colson. Southridge extends the lead to 10, 21-11. 6:44 left in the second.
Whitehead will check in at the next stoppage for Mark Rohr and the Raiders. Leakin goes into the lane. Out to Betts. Bounce pass to Riker. Riker pulls inside, gets cut off by the Raider defense. Short corner left side jumper, no good by Betts. Long rebounded by Gasser. Gasser on the push. Up ahead to Wibbler. He goes in for the left side. High off the glass, missed it. Rebounded by Piper, then threw it off Meringer's head. But Meringer was able to get it back. Jeeps the other way. Nice pass from Leak into a cutting Betts, and he lays it up and in.
Southridge just fell asleep there. Northeast Dubois did a great job executing.
Again, dive toward the basket, you'll get a bucket.
That's right.
That's what Betts did. Summerside free throw line out to Wibbler on the deep right. Raiders up 21-13 on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. Left side high to Nykum. Three in the air. Off the rim, no good. Rebound battle for Summerside. Out to Wibbler and out to Gasser. Raiders will recycle with 5:43 to go. Mark Rohr wants a 30. Whitehead will come in for the Raiders. Coming in for the Jeeps will be Shepers and also Tyke Hall after the 30-second timeout here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Again, the Raiders with Jasper coming up on a makeup for both those teams on Tuesday night, a 7:30 tip out at JHS Gym. Will be on there around 7:10 with these Dubois. Talking to Coach Friedman, they've got Paoli, and Paoli been out a lot this year with their COVID and if their county's red or whatever, so they'll try to play them next week.
Yeah, so Southridge with two Dubois County teams back-to-back, Northeast Dubois tonight and Jasper on Tuesday.
And Forest Park at the end of the month.
Yeah.
2 years ago, the Raiders won the county. They swept them, but last year they had a tough time.
Yeah.
Started with getting pounded at Northeast Dubois last year, 56-41. Had Forest Park here and the Wildcats here as well. Nykum fires it over Whitehead's head, out of bounds in the right corner, and it's back to the Jeeps. 21-13 Raiders.
Ill-advised pass by Nykum, third Southridge turnover of the half.
Leakin bounces off the Shepers. Nice pass into Meringer, little half hook, and it's good. Logan Meringer, little turnaround hook, and he got the fall. He's got 5, and it's 21-15 Raiders. Gasser, point wing deep to Nykum. In front of us here at the scores table, leaves it off for Gasser. Gasser to Nykum. Nykum drives left baseline, gets cut off by two Jeeps to Whitehead. Whitehead in the corner, dribbles it out to Gasser, and Gasser will set it up. Under 5 to play here in the first half. Montgomery's out of the game, so we'll see where the offense comes from. Nykum walked going through the lane, but he makes a nice pass into Whitehead, and he got fouled by Logan Meringer. Raiders got away with little steps, but at the end, they're going to have free throws.
Got to knock these down. Like Kurt said, Logan Meringer on the foul, his first, team fourth of the Jeeps. Carter Whitehead will be at the line shooting 2 for Southridge.
Free throw is up, no good.
4:48 left in the second quarter. Southridge leads 21-15. Carter Whitehead has the second free throw on the way.
Free throw on the way, no good.
Missed them both.
21-15. Raiders. Jeeps with the basketball. Terry Freeman wants a timeout here. It's a full timeout, 4:35 to go in the second quarter, 21-15, Raiders on top on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back after this. Kurt Gooksell, John Schneider back at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Raiders on top, 21-15.
Dubois has the ball across the way from us on the sideline. It'll be Piper inbounding. Southridge leads 21-15, 4:34 left in the second quarter.
Miller goes out to Cobb. Cobb out of Piper, free throw line. Kicks it on the wing to Shepers. He turns baseline, gets cut off by Nykum. Out to Miller, top of the point. Cobb, three in the air, glances off, no good. Rebound by Whitehead, outlet ahead to Gasser. He shovels it off to Nykum, and he lays it up and in.
Real nice pass by Gasser to Nykum.
Raiders 23-15, 4:09 to go here until halftime. Piper, bounce pass in the post to Gage Shepers. Out to Piper, three of the air, no good. Rebound, Wibbler. Wibbler to Montgomery, races it across the timeline. Down the right side, gallops into the lane, lays it up, no, but he'll shoot it twice.
Colson drove in the lane, did a little double pump in the air, drew the foul, couldn't get the shot to roll. Miller picks up the foul, his second, team fifth. Colson will be at the line to shoot two for the Raiders.
So Montgomery with two free throws here. And a big night last night with 27 in his return. Has 5 in the quarter and 10 in the game. Nick Leakin back into the game for the Jeeps. Montgomery will have another free throw here. Fires it up. This one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Jeeps. Quickly, Maringer with it. On the high right to Shepers. 3:44 to go here in the half. Down the lane, Ty Cobb with a nice layup, and he scores his first two.
High arching layup off the glass by Cobb.
No doubt about it. He got right to the rim. The Raiders didn't go and cut him off. They go high post to Wibbler into the corner. Nykum wide open three. This one air ball rebounded by Maringer. 24-17, the Raiders on top. Down the lane, Leakin got his pocket picked. Outlet pass to Colson. He's going to have another dunk. He goes in and hammers it home.
Thunderous dunk by Colson. Southridge extends the lead, 26-17, 3:10 left in the second quarter.
Boy, they just threw it right over the top off the steal. Now Gasser knocks it away. It's going to be out of bounds back to the Jeeps.
You know, credit the Southridge defense. They've really put a lot of pressure on the Dubois offense. Made the ball handling really tough for them. They've forced 7 turnovers from the Jeeps tonight.
26-17. Leakin dribbles it into the backcourt. On the high right. Down the lane. Nick, runner, got it. Oh, missed it and rolled around. I thought it was down. He's going to get fouled and shoot two.
It's halfway down and came out.
Foul will go against Whitehead.
It'll be the first on Carter Whitehead, team third. Leakin's at the line of shooting two for Northeast Dubois.
Peyton Betts will come back in at the next stoppage, or this free throw, I'd say, and there it is. So Leakin with 5 in the game. It's 26-18, Raiders on top. So Leakin will have another charity toss. 2:55 to go opening half. Free throw number 2 is up, and it's also good.
Northeast Dubois 4 for 4 from the line tonight, so taking advantage of their free throw opportunities.
So Gasser slides it in the backcourt to Wibbler. Wibbler will center it up, deep left to Gasser, now throws it back to Wibby. Wibbler on a left-handed dribble, goes left out to Colson. Colson comes off a screen, couldn't get the three. Goes into the corner to Gasser, skips it out to Wibbler, out to Whitehead. Whitehead on the hold. Whitehead slices into the lane, lost control of the ball, picked it back up, tried to get it to Colson. Ball batted away by Logan Maringer, and the Jeeps have it down 26-19. Jeeps the other way. Leakin pounds it in the floor at the point guard spot. Goes left to Piper. Piper right side high to Maringer outside the arc. They quickly jump out on him. Out the Leakin, top of the key. He walked with it, trying to go to the left wing. Terry Freeman didn't like that one at all.
Dubois coaching staff doesn't like it, but it's their 8th turnover of the game. Southridge leads 26-19, 2:13 left in the second quarter.
Big day. We talked about all the games happening. We'll review some wrestling. We'll review some girls basketball on both the Jeeps and the Raiders side today. 2:03 to go second quarter. Into the corner, Whitehead. Whitehead with it. Looks to Montgomery. Gets it to Colson. Deep right hash out to Camden Gasser. Bounce pass to Wibbler. He'll fire a three. It's no good. Chased out his own rebound, but the Jeep stepped in front. Nice work there. Now Gasser steps in front of an outlet pass and knocks it into the third row.
Yeah, credit Cam with his hustle there on the deflection. Minute 42 left here in the second quarter. Southridge leads.
Peyton Albrand on the recovery. Had to wake Holsey up. Holsey wasn't going to move. Peyton's assistant coach Craig Pope's fiance, teacher at the elementary school. 26-19, so she gets a shout out tonight. Bounce pass to Piper. Piper. Ball knocked away by Wibbler. He's going to have a layup on the right side. Got blocked by Meringer, and he says he's got all ball, but in that case, when you slap down, they usually say you got too much body. Wibbler kind of stepped it off, and he'll be at the line.
It'll be the second personal foul on Logan Meringer. 6 for the Jeeps. Caleb Wibbler at the line to shoot 2 for Southridge.
Free throw up. Good for Wibbler. So Wibbler will have another 27-19 with 1:20 to go here in the second quarter. Next free throw. Flanks off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Jeeps. 27-19 Raiders on the RG Mechanical scoreboard up the right side. Leakin into the lane. Tries to spin, go up there. Nice leave inside. Shot blocked away by Montgomery on Cheppers, who thought he had a layup, and Montgomery's got it. Quickly up the center of the floor, Montgomery into the corner to Gasser. He throws up a three. Good.
Real nice job by Cam. His second three of the night. He's got 6 points.
30-19 Raiders. Again, guys ran at Colson, and he spotted the open guy.
That's right. Find the open man. Good things happen.
Leakin with it. Lost control of the ball. Whitehead dives on it and got too much body on Leakin as he dove for it.
That'll be the second personal foul on Carter. Team 4th. Nycom comes in to replace Whitehead right now.
North over Jasper, 65-59. (30-19). Leakin goes to Betts, whistle and a foul.
It'll be offensive
Moving
foul.
screen.
Yeah. It's going to be on Meringer. It's going to be his third. 7th team foul for the Jeeps with a player control foul. Does not yield bonus free throws. 30-19, 33.8 seconds left in the second quarter. Southridge looks to extend their lead, probably hold for one shot here.
So the horn went off. Get the officials' attention over here. Again, Jasper and Evansville North played like a late afternoon game. North within 65-59, the final there. That's the Jasper opponent on Tuesday night. So Gasser walks it up here for the Raiders. 30-19, Raiders plus 11 here with 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Raiders spread the floor. Whitehead out to Gasser at the point straight away. Now to Wibbler with 16 seconds to go. Now to Whitehead. Whitehead with it. 10 seconds to go. Wibbler gets it back to Gasser. Right hash mark. Raiders missed a cut. Now it's bogging down into the corner. Whitehead a three. No good. Again, they missed a cut, and that bogged down the whole play at the end of the half.
Yeah, Whitehead was forced to take that last three there at the end and just couldn't connect.
Well, at the intermission, the Raiders on top 30-19 over the Northeast Dubois Jeeps on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. It was 17-11 after 1 quarter of play. Scoreboard sponsor tonight, RG Mechanical. If you're in need of that plumbing work, your heating or air conditioning fixed, or that duct work clean, you can call the experts at RG Mechanical at 812-683-0675, or you can stop by RG Mechanical on Highway 64 in Huntingburg. So a half in the books here in this Dubois County matchup, 30-19. Our score, Raiders on top. We'll take a break, and we'll have more from Huntingburg Memorial Gym right after this. Kurt Gusel, John Schneider back at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Raiders 30, Jeeps 19. Jeeps break their huddle first. It'll be Leakin, Piper, Dante Miller getting the second half start, Gage Sheppers, and also Ty Riker. Raiders will come out with Montgomery, Whitehead, Gasser, Sermersheim, and a Wibbler.
So Jeeps will have the ball to start the second half. Southridge leads 30-19.
Jeeps go to the goal towards our left. Into the backcourt, Leakin drives it hard, left side to Riker, now to Miller. Left corner, Miller, a couple of dribbles out on the left wing. They reverse the basketball. Shepers into the corner to Piper, nearly knocked away. Colby picks it back up, goes to Miller, goes to Shepers, tries to work against Montgomery, out to Miller. They sag off him, Miller. Now to Piper, left side to Shepers, back to Dante Miller, out the Leakin, top of the point against Montgomery. Into the corner to Miller. Miller guarded by Whitehead. Now out to Leakin. Montgomery switches over on him. Riker to Miller. Jeeps being patient here. Piper goes to Riker. Piper down the lane. Nice little scoop. Missed it. Rebounded by Sermersheim. Piper went right to the basket but just missed it. And here comes Gasser into the left corner. Montgomery drives it left baseline again. They can't keep up with him. And he just exploded these last two nights.
That's right.
He's got a hurt ankle. And maybe they did a thing just letting it rest till he's full.
Yep.
Man, he's just explosive.
So Leakin picks up the foul on the baseline drive by Colson. His second, team first of the half.
Sermersheim left elbow. They try to get it into Colson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Jeeps. On the inbound play, they flared Sermersheim out to the top of the key, then inverted right back into Montgomery. So Colson will bring it in, end zone out of bounds underneath the Jeep, or the Raider bucket, I should say. Montgomery flips it out to Gasser. At the point for the Raiders. Dribbles it with the right hand, now to the left as he drifts it a little to the right of the circle. Goes on the deep right to Wibbler into Whitehead, gets double down. He goes to Wibbler, threw it away on the return pass back to the point. Piper picked it up. He goes whipping into the lane, and he got fouled en route. And he will be at the line.
Foul. Yeah, Gasser, the foul, his first, team first of the half.
So a non-shooting violation will send the ball out of bounds here underneath the Jeep basket. Dante Miller will throw it in. Looks. Still looks, having trouble getting it in, throws it to Leakin in the lane, put it up, missed it. Jeep bench wanted a foul. It's loose on the floor. Miller scrambles for it along with Sermersheim, and the Jeeps get a quick timeout here. 30-second timeout, 6:29 to go here in the third, about a minute and a half gone by. 30-19, Raiders on top. Both teams trying to get their first points of the second half.
Yeah, I was going to say, neither team yet to score. The Rams must have had the cover on them from halftime still.
Probably so. Again, we talked about all the games in here. A little freshman action at 9:30, girls at noon. Freshmen again tonight at 5, followed by the JV and varsity. Coach B was talking today. Keep kind of like one of those like basketball in Indiana deals where like almost every Southridge team starts at 9 o'clock, whether it be the 7th, 8th grade freshmen, and just have a full day of basketball leading up.
Keep playing.
And, it's one of those deals, it's gym. Let people play in it, and that's kind of the deal when we're going to have this shootout in a couple of weeks with 4 games. Southridge will play the third of the day against Greensburg. The night game, the last game, will be Bar Reeve and Heritage Hills. That'll be unbelievable. Leakin goes out to Shepers, now to Miller. Miller left of the lane, gets cut off by Gasser, nearly knocked away by Whitehead. Leakin had his pass knocked away. Montgomery comes up with it, quick hands, gets it to Gasser. Gasser out to Colson, spotted up for the 3, didn't shoot. Ball nearly knocked out of his hands. He recovers it. It's 30-19 Raiders. 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter of this Dubois County matchup. Whitehead deep left doesn't trigger. Sends it back out to Gasser. He throws it to Sermersheim. He chucks it to Wibbler. Back out to Gasser. His 3 in the air. Goal.
Got it. Nice release by Cam.
He's got 3 triples and 9 tonight. It's 33-19 on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. Jeeps back the other way. Raiders retreat back defensively. Miller off on the high left wing to Piper. Piper across the way to Leakin at the top of the point. Swings it left to Gage Shepers. Shepers returns it back to Dante Miller. He goes deep left to Riker. Riker puts it on the floor hard with the right hand. Out to Leakin, top of the circle. He'll fire the 3 over Whitehead. Off the back rim, no good. Jeeps a little cold. And Gasser down with the rebound, shovels it off to Montgomery. Montgomery gallops into the lane, throws it up in a charge on Colson Montgomery. Good defense there by Ty Riker.
Yeah,
He's done that down through the years of watching Northeast DuBois basketball. Not afraid to take a charge.
That's right. Credit Riker for just hanging in there, taking the charge as Colson drove in the lane. Colson's got a little smirk on his face. I think he knows that he's guilty of the charge.
Yeah, as much as he goes into the lane, you're going to get some of those, but that's not going to take away his aggressiveness.
No.
Logan Maringer checks back into the Jeep lineup. He was an original starter, did not start the third quarter. Piper goes right baseline, throws it up, got it, and one. Good drive by Colby Piper, and he's got that in his game. Very long, athletic, gets to the rim most times.
Foul's going to be on Sam Summerside, his second, team third of the half.
Piper gets his fourth point, 33-21. Colby fires a free throw, it splashes home.
33-22 here, Southridge leads. Just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Wibbler out deep with it for the Raiders. Wibbler out to Colson Montgomery. Montgomery jumps it to Gasser. Gasser shot fake into the lane. Nice pass to Summerside. Put it up and got fouled. Boy, what a nice drop by Gasser.
Yeah, just a real nice no-look pass. Gets it to Sam, couldn't convert, but he draws the foul. It's going to be on number 41, Shepers for the Jeeps, his team second of the half.
Gasser at that point guard spot. Man, when Colson's out there, it just frees him up to dribble in some space, and he hits the open man as Summerside hits the first free throw. Summerside with 3 into the game for the Jeeps for the first time tonight. Aiden Dodd.
Hey, go, check it out.
Free throw by Summerside is up and good.
Sam drills both of them, extends the lead, 36-22.
4:42 to go here in the third quarter. It comes leaking up the floor to a cutting Piper through the lane. Ball loose. Piper picks it back up, leaves it in the post to Dodd. His turnaround jumper no good. Summerside scrapes down the rebound ahead to Montgomery. He goes into the lane, leaves it off in the corner to Whitehead. He drives right baseline, pulls up mid-range and got the roll.
High off the rim, rolls in for Carter.
37-22, Raiders on top. Dante Miller with it, and they call him for a carry as he kind of sauntered up the floor, got his hand underneath the basketball.
Kind of lazy dribble there.
Ty Cobb will come back in as he races across right in front of us, gets to the timeline. And the Raiders back with it, up 37-22.
Come on, let's go.
Derek Friedman wants his team to dig in defensively, and they didn't as Summerside got a back cut. Jeeps got caught staring at the ball, and Gasser just threaded the needle on a back door.
Yeah, good job by Sam moving without the basketball there. 39-22, Southridge leads.
Leaking into the lane, scoops it up in traffic, missed the tough shot. Rebound Montgomery, he just races it up. He goes all the way coast to coast, lays it up, missed it, but got fouled. He took like 3 dribbles as tall as he is and made those dribbles count. Sometimes guys just dribble in one place. Boy, he just went right in there.
Just gains a lot of ground with his dribble. Foul's going to be on Dante Miller for the Jeeps, his team third of the half. Colson will be at the line to shoot 2 for Southridge.
I know a lot of people kind of raised their eyebrows when he was gone, and a lot of the games didn't turn out the way they wanted for the Raiders. But when he's back in there, it's not just his scoring. It's just he does make a difference. It's one thing to make an excuse of maybe a role player's out, and you say, well, we didn't have this. But, I mean,
the different matchups that he
just take
creates.
him out of a lineup and see what that does, or anybody's 27-point-a-game score. And Montgomery hits both. It's 41-22 with 3:46 to go
14 tonight
in the third. Miller, left side on the other end, fires a 3 and hits it. Dante Miller bangs it home. Good-looking jump shot right there. 41-25 with 3:29 to go here in the third quarter. Gasser up to Montgomery. Colson shot fake from the left hash out to Gasser to Montgomery. Montgomery goes toward the left corner, skips it opposite the Whitehead. His 3 in the air, no good, but they fouled the 3-point shooter. Miller jumped right into Whitehead, and Whitehead will have 3 free throws.
And that's going to be 4 on. It's going to be 4 on Dante Miller.
Yeah, it's problematic. Peyton Betts will check back in. Jeep just kind of having trouble on the offensive end here, and especially in this third quarter, the Raiders are able to extend this lead. Whitehead hits the first free throw. He's got 10. 42-25 Raiders.
You know, it's a quiet 10 from Carter. Just you don't realize what he does with the ball, without the ball, all the time for Southridge.
And the second of the three, he hits that one. Miller will come out with the 4 personal fouls. Betts comes in. Next free throw. He gets all 3. That's good to see from Carter.
You know, in Southridge, 7 for 7 for the half from free throw line.
Ty Cobb left wing with it. 1 dribble. Goes to Dodd. Dodd into the corner. Free throw line extended. The Jeeps work that offense out front. Dodd into the corner to Peyton Betts. Betts with it, guarded by Summersheim. Into the post, ball knocked away in a hold as Leakin tried to post up. Raiders had a hold of somebody inside.
Yeah, and they're gonna get Carter Whitehead for the foul, his 3rd, team 4th of the half.
Mark Lord calling out the Jeeps' plays. Mark gets into the scouting as they go on the high left down the lane. Ty Cobb goes out to Dodd. Now Leakin, big jump stop in the lane, lost control of the ball. Raiders trying to save it from going out of bounds.
They're going to say Carter stepped on
Whitehead.
The baseline. Yeah. Nice hustle, nice effort. Just couldn't save it.
Caden Nykum into the game for Wibbler here for the Raiders. 44-25, Southridge on top. Ball dive to Cobb. He gets it back out to Leakin. Leakin with it. Goes deep right to Kobe Piper. Top of the point, Ty Cobb. 3 of the air. Good.
Nice release by Cobb.
Cobb gets his 5th point. Good outside shooter. Just rose up and knocked it home. Whitehead, left wing outside the arc. 44-28, Raiders on top, 2:06 to go in the 3rd. Summerside into the corner to Gasser. Gasser on the dribble, goes into the corner to Nykum. Wraparound pass into Summerside, loose on the floor. Summerside picks it out of there, gets it back to Nykum, and the Raiders will recycle with under 2 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Nykum, right baseline, gets into no man's land, jumps it back out to Gasser. Raiders on top, 44-28 here at the end of the 3rd quarter with $1:40 to go. Southridge handles the basketball. Gasser has the ball out front. Raiders will have it to start the 4th quarter as well, so maybe they get a 2-possession deal here if they hold for 1, unless they get that shot they're looking for. Nykum fires it out to Gasser. Gasser with it, jumps it into the corner to Nykum. 1 dribble. Nykum sends it back out to Gasser into the post to Summerside. Ball knocked away. Nykum drives inside, leaves it off for Whitehead. He had his shot blocked away out of there, and the Jeeps have it with a minute to play. Betts got tripped, no whistle. To the free throw line. Dodd, his short jumper is good.
Dodd with his first 2 points of the game, and Southridge lead is now 44-30. 53 seconds left in the quarter.
Good defensive possession by the Jeeps there, just getting a hand on a couple of different passes. Whitehead with it for Southridge, goes out to Gasser. Gasser right of the lane, now circles back on the right wing, now goes toward the corner, now dumps it back out top to Whitehead. Whitehead to Gasser with under 30 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Raiders up 14. Gasser out near the timeline, gets the double team on a jump. They go out to Whitehead. At the timeline, now Gasser, ball underneath his arm. He hands it back to Whitehead. See if the Raiders do a better job at this end of quarter than they did right before halftime. That was a horrible possession.
Just not good.
Nykum out deep. They throw it around the outside. Gasser out to Nykum. Shot fake and traveled. Had the 3, but then tried to dribble toward the basket. Travels with it. Wibbler back in. Also for the Jeeps, Gage Shepers comes in. He'll replace Leakin for the final 4.8 seconds to go.
1 too many steps by Nykum. Try to do a little bit too much there with the basketball.
Wibbler pressuring the ball, making the Jeeps work. Here comes Piper. Piper 3 in the air. Right wing rattles out, no good as time expires here in the 3rd after 3 complete on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. 44-30. Raiders on top of Northeast. Dubois will step aside. We'll have more high school basketball right after this. Kurt Guxel, John Schneider back at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Raiders lead here after 3, 44-30. So we head to the fourth quarter. Nycombe, Gasser, Whitehead, Montgomery, and Summersheim. So Piper, also Sheppers on the floor along with Betts, Dodd, and also Bryce Merkel into the game for the first time. So the Jeeps down 14, shaking up that lineup here to try to get some work done. Gasser underneath the Summersheim, right block, takes it up, stripped away by Betts, out of bounds. They're going to give it to Northeast Dubois. Good defense there on the dig down and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, it was. Credit the Jeeps with their hustle and execution there.
44-30, Raiders lead. Jeeps with it. Sheppers with it on the left side high. Out to Piper. Ball tripped away by Summersheim. Knocks it out of bounds. And it's back to the Jeeps. Terry Friedman wants a timeout. 44-30 with 7:34 to go in the ball game. A 30 for Coach Terry Friedman. Again, he kind of mixed up that lineup, and he's wants some offense here on this end of the court.
Yeah, just trying to find some mismatches, trying to find something that's going to work as the Jeeps try to trim this 14-point lead that the Raiders have. 44-30, just inside start of the fourth quarter here.
Tough one for the Colts today.
It was, yeah.
Had their chances.
They
nearly
sure
had a
did.
chance at the end.
Yeah, just some questionable execution and maybe even play calling, coaching decisions, game management there. But you got to be happy with their season, and hopefully they can move forward and rebuild on that for next year.
Do you bring Rivers back?
If it's me, no, but they don't ask me those decisions.
Raiders back defensively, up 44-30. Jeeps with it. That was an emphatic no by General Manager John Schneider. Jeeps with it. Piper loads up a three left wing and hits it. Good-looking jumper by Colby Piper, and it's 44 points for the Raiders, 33 for the Jeeps. Gasser with it. Gasser tries to slice the defense. Raiders got to put the foot back on the pedal if they're going to win this one. Jeeps are running right at them, doing a good job on that possession. Gasser with it on the right side. Gasser drives all the way to the basket, dumps it into Summersheim, lays it up, no. Got it blocked, it looked like. Gasser got the rebound. He takes it up in traffic, puts it up, no. Rebounded by Gage Sheppers. Bodies flying all over the place. Up the floor. Jeeps have it. They bring it out to the outside. Gasser steals it into the hands of Nycombe. They get it to Montgomery. Montgomery across the timeline, high right to Whitehead. Had the three, dumps it inside to Summersheim. He takes it up and scores.
Nice find by Whitehead. Sam finishes. Southridge extends the lead back to 13 points here. It's 46-33.
Whitehead had the open three, but dumped it into Summersheim. Jeeps will make a couple of substitutions here at the next stoppage. A whistle and a hold out front on Southridge.
Yeah, they're going to get Sam on the foul. His third, team fifth.
Cobb back in, also Leakin back in for the Jeeps. 46-33 Raiders with 6:18 to go here in the game. Wibbler back in for the Raiders. Cobb with it into the corner. Jeeps send it back out to Piper. Piper, top of the point to Leakin, looks right with it, goes left instead with the pass to Merkel. Merkel with it to Piper. Piper out to Leakin, guarded by Whitehead. Leakin on the hold. Flips it off to Sheppers. Sheppers goes left now, back to the right to Ty Cobb, guarded by Montgomery. Jeeps with it, Leakin into the lane, had it stripped, but rolled right to a Jeep. Out the Cobb, three in the air, right, left point, and he hit it.
Nice shot by Cobb. Trim the lead to the 10 now. 46-33, 5:38 left in the fourth quarter.
He's got 8, a couple of triples for Cobb. And Gasser has it out front, 46-36 in the middle to Whitehead. Back cut to Montgomery. Went right through his hands and out of bounds. Back to the Jeeps. Raiders, again, this is kind of like the second quarter they had last night here to start the fourth.
4 turnovers here in the second half for Southridge. That matches their first half total for the Raiders.
Led 14 after 3. Now it's a 10-point game. Leakin out to Merkel. Merkel, top of the point. Goes to Cobb. To Leakin. Nice pass inside to Piper off the glass. Got it and won. That was a good cut.
It sure was.
I always harp on it. cut to the basket. There's nothing can ever bad happen if a guy cuts to the basket. And Wibbler gets the foul, and Piper will be at the line. He's got 10. It's 46-38. They can further slice into this lead. Free throw in the air is good for Piper.
46-39, 5:12 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, Whitehead brings it up. Raiders have been stalled here offensively for the last couple of possessions. Nykum with it, bottled up. Into the post to Whitehead, into the corner, three in the air. Wibbler, no good. Rebounded by the Jeeps. Up the floor, here comes Cobb. He terminates his bounce, throws it out to Shepard. He had to spin to go retrieve the ball to Piper. Ball loose on the floor. Piper picks it up, and a whistle, and a travel by Piper as he grabbed the ball and shuffled the feet.
Just tried to do a little too much there, Piper did.
Yeah, he tried to dribble the ball, and Coach Friedman wanted him to just kind of come to a stop and then survey the situation. 46-39, Raiders on top. Jeeps making a bit of a run. Here comes Whitehead in the forecourt. Bounces off to Nykum in front of the scorer's table. Cobb on him. Just really locked down on him. They go out to Gasser. Gasser guarded by Merkel. Gasser, baseline. Nykum goes inside. Collision, no whistle. Rebound inside by the Raiders. They bring it back out into the corner. Wibbler sends it back out to Gasser. They try to throw it in the post. Picked off by Shepard. Jeeps have it. They get it up to Cobb. Three in the air. This one glances off. Ball batted around. Jeep bench absolutely livid on the last couple of calls here. Raiders the other way. Montgomery with it. Man, it's getting physical. Whitehead drives right baseline, goes in, lays it up, got it, and a charge. Nope, or what they call
and
one, okay.
One, yeah,
Terry Friedman not happy. I was blocked out. I saw the ball go up. They couldn't really see what was going on.
That is awful.
So,
I've never seen such bad officiating.
uh-oh, there's a technical foul right there. Coach Friedman got teed up right in front of us. That's why you can hear it.
Yeah.
So the Raiders are going to have free throws here, multiple.
That's a warning. You are not allowed up.
So Coach Friedman has to sit the rest of the ball game once you get a technical. Man, both benches were not happy with the last two interchanges. And so into the game, Sam Sermersheim, and it'll be Whitehead for the and one here. He's got 14. It's 48-39. Again, it's one of these deals, and you can hear the coaches and the benches because there's nobody in here.
That's right.
Here
so
comes
you hear everything almost.
Ty Cobb with it. He goes out deep to Leakin. Now Shepard, and the Raiders get a blocking foul there.
Going to be on Colson Montgomery, his second. It's going to be the team's seventh. So Dubois will be at the line from here on out.
3:41 to go. It's 48-39. Raiders on top. And Shepard will be at the line for the Jeeps. Left-handed shooter. Fires it up and hits it. Shepard is a 6'3 sophomore. He's very active, a good player. He's got some younger guys between he and a guy like Ty Cobb and Piper, just a junior. Next free throw. Good. Again, they'll get
48-42. Southridge leads. 3:40 left in the quarter.
Coach Ohanian chiming in. He says he loves the empty gyms for radio. 48-41. Just if we could hear him on the sideline during the football game, I think we'll sneak a mic underneath the Raider bench in football. Wibbler goes in, had his shot terminated and sent out of there. And here comes Northeast Dubois down 48-41. Piper gallops into the lane and got the bucket and the and one. Got most of the Jeep fans right behind us. And that's going to cut into that lead here as Piper got right to the bucket. Mark Rohr wants a timeout. Again, the Raiders not finishing this one off, and the Jeeps doing just the opposite, playing well here in the late stages. It's a 5-point Raider advantage on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We'll step aside and we'll have more hoopage right after this. Back out at Huntingburg Memorial Gym, 5-point game. Piper back to the line after the timeout at the free throw line. 3:17 to go in this one. Colby will have another charity toss to try to make it a 4-point game. Jeeps late run. The Raiders have kind of lost themselves on the offensive end, and Montgomery, they got to look for him a little bit, or he needs to not give up the ball. He brings it across the timeline. They jump it out to Whitehead. 48-43. Wibbler with 3:07 to go to Gasser. Gasser with it on the wing. Gasser goes into the lane, jumps it out to Wibbler. Top of the point to Whitehead. Raiders with a 5-point lead. Out to Gasser. Baseline Colson. He got fouled. The 6th Jeep team foul.
Foul's going to be on Leakin, his 3rd, team 6th. Non-shooting foul.
Well, the Raiders had it humming again at the half, 44-30, but or 30-19, then 44-30 after 3. But this 4th quarter, just 2 field goals for the Raiders. Montgomery to toss it in, gets it to Gasser. 2:54 to go in this one. Gasser on the hold, goes off deep to Wibbler. Wibbler goes to Whitehead. He walked with it going to the lane.
6th turnover of the half for Southridge. Just kind of losing our minds here. Need to calm down. And
that's a good description. They have lost their mind. 48-33. Piper with it. Raiders up by 5. Jeeps with it. Ty Cobb knocked down a couple of threes tonight. Goes out to Leakin. Piper's been explosive as well for the Jeeps. They go in the middle to Betts outside to Piper. 3 in the air. Rolls off. Rebounded by the Raiders. Nearly threw that one away. Montgomery picked it up off his shoe top. Goes ahead to Gasser. Jeeps just running at the basketball. Gasser beats his man. Returns it back to Whitehead. I think it's too early to try to spread the floor. He's got to still attack the basket.
Run your offense.
Yeah, and they're just playing around with the ball instead of attacking. Whitehead, though, goes toward the rim as I say that.
Out of control.
Out of control. Missed it. Rebound. Jeeps up the floor to Piper. Montgomery blocked his shot. Threw it off the backboard. Polson on the run. Up the floor to Whitehead. And a guy on his back, and he'll have 2 free throws. Montgomery pinned it up against the glass.
Excellent defensive effort. Going to be on Leakin, his 4th for the Jeeps, team 7th with the shooting foul. Carter will be at the line to shoot 2 for Southridge. This is where Southridge needs to extend the lead here. Free throw line.
Yeah, they need to hit these free throws down the stretch. Free throw is up. Good. Whitehead with 15. Montgomery with 14. 9 for Gasser and 8 for Summerside. So some balanced scoring tonight. Whitehead will spin the next one up there. This one, nothing but the bottom of the net.
He got both of them, 50-43 with a minute 54 left in the 4th quarter. Southridge leads.
Cobb with it, left side high to Leakin. Leakin to Ty Cobb. Ty looks, one dribble, back to Leakin. Back to Cobb. Cobb with it. Shepard's ball knocked away. Raiders read it nicely. Gasser came from the other side of the floor and picked off that pass. 1:34 to go. Gasser out to Whitehead. Whitehead with the ball. Goes out to Gasser to a cutting Summerside. Lays it up on a reverse and scores.
Real nice back cut by Sam, moving without the basketball. Extends the Southridge lead to 9.
Piper with it. No whistle and a timeout. Jeeps. 1:17 to go. 52-43. Raiders on the RG Mechanical scoreboard. We'll step aside and we'll have more right after this. Kurt Guxel, John Schneider back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. 52-43. Raiders on top of Northeast Dubois. 2 teams playing hard tonight. Ball been loose on the floor. Guys scrambling for it. Jeeps going to be all right the rest of their season. They'll be just fine. Raiders trying to find their way as well.
And credit the hustle by Northeast Dubois to climb back into this one.
Yeah, they flat out got after it in that 4th quarter, early stages of this quarter. See how it plays out in the final 1:12. Cobb out to Leakin. Whistle. And a hold on Montgomery inside.
It's going to be the 3rd on Colson. Team 9th, so one of the bonus there for Dubois.
So Colby Piper back to the line for the Jeeps. Free throw is in the air. No good off the back rim. Montgomery skies and rebounds with 2 hands, which is always good. 52-43, 1 minute to play in this one. Montgomery jumps it ahead to Wibbler. Wibbler with it. Goes to Carter Whitehead on the left side. Raiders up 52-43. Whitehead in trouble, gets it out to Gasser. Under 50 to play now. Gasser puts it on the deck, drives it toward the basket into the corner to Wibbler. Raiders got all the points they need now. They just have to take care of the ball.
Execute the ball. Make your free throws if you're fouled.
Right side to Wibbler. 36 seconds to go. Out to Gasser. Raiders lead 52-43. They whip it into Whitehead, leaves it down to Summerside. He lays it up and in. Again, the Raiders
moving without the ball. Sam Summerside
threw the ball to somebody that went to the middle of the floor in the lane. On the other end, Leakin dials up a three. Jeep's not done yet. Nick's got 9. It's 54-46. Gasser with it, gets fouled up the floor by Peyton Betts. So with 12 seconds to go, it's 54-46. Raiders on top, and they're back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Gasser will be the line to shoot one in the bonus.
Gasser with 9, all from the arc. He has hit 3 3-pointers. Free throw in the air is up and good.
55-46, 12 seconds left.
So that is now 4 guys into double digits for the Raiders scoring-wise. Gasser, free throw, splashes it home.
10-point lead.
56-46. On the other end, Leakin fell down. Montgomery's got it, and he's going to dribble it out with 6 seconds to go instead of attacking the basket. 56-46. The game, it looked like the Raiders were going to really sprint away, but the Jeeps battled back a bit in that fourth quarter to make it a tighter game. Again, both these teams going to be all right as we move forward here in this season. So 56-46, the Raiders win it over county rival Northeast Dubois. Raiders 3-4 heading to Jasper, 4-4 heading to Jasper on Tuesday. The Jeeps are 2-7 going to play Paoli on Friday. That's going to wrap up our coverage on 18 WJTS. Again, this game will air tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 after Jasper and North on the video. Thanks to Peter Marshall for our video tonight. Good night on 18 WJTS.